I don't want to talk about how everything's cooked. Everything is cooked, but I want to talk about solutions. So in this video, I'm going over 6 actions you can take to be successful in a world that's rigged against you. Number 1, geo arbitrage. What if you live somewhere where rent didn't cost half your soul, or somewhere with better job opportunities where you could make more money? This simple question can change your financial situation completely. And why restrict yourself to just the different city when you could move to a different country? Especially if you work remote, you could get paid the same in a place with better weather, better food, and everything costs way less. Yes, I'm talking about places like South America, Eastern Europe, or Southeast Asia. No, I'm not talking about becoming a passport bro. Although those are the typical passport bro destinations, I'm advocating for moving to those places because of financial reasons, not dating reasons. I bet you wouldn't pull the trigger though, because staying where you are is comfortable. Ask yourself what you care about more, short-term comfort or long-term financial success. And if it's comfort stopping you, one form of geo arbitrage is the very unsexy but comfortable option of moving back in with your parents to massively lower your expenses. If that's an option and money's tight, there's no shame in doing that for a while until money stops being tight. I shamelessly did that and was able to stack piles of money before moving out. It was a sacrifice and came with many trade-offs, but life is way less stressful when you're sitting on fat stacks. Number 2, switch jobs. Corporate loyalty is for suckers. It's widely agreed that negotiating a higher starting salary at another company is much better than negotiating a raise. If, adjusted for inflation, you can increase your salary 15% every 2 years switching jobs versus 5% every 2 years from a raise, then after a decade, you'll increase your salary 101% switching jobs versus 28% from raises. Sure, there's some risks from switching jobs. Not every job is a good fit. You run the risk of failing probation and getting fired. But if you're highly skilled and financially stable, which you should be because you're keeping on top of personal finance, it shouldn't be hard to bounce back. Also, it's not like loyalty to a company is risk-free, especially these days where companies are looking to maximize short-term profits and replace people with AI whenever it benefits them. They will replace you without hesitation. Number 3, claim free money. This sounds like a scam, but free money actually exists. Can you think of why or how? It's simple. It's money you're already entitled to but unaware of. Effectively, it's the same as getting free money. Employer match if you work a traditional job, tax credits and deductions, unused benefits. This is all money that's yours for the taking, but so many people are unaware of. You can't bitch about how everything's unaffordable if you leave this money on the table. That's like bitching about being hungry when you have a jar of nuts sitting in your kitchen cabinet. Depending on your personal situation, this could easily be hundreds or thousands in extra money per year. Don't be the clown that leaves money on the table. Number 4, side hustle. Most people claim to not have time for this, but they definitely do. And it's insane because they're the same people that talk about how society is cooked and nothing is affordable. They make every excuse under the sun about how they're tired or don't have time when they waste hours a day on zero ROI activities like doom scrolling and video games. Let's say you work a 9 to 5 with a 1 hour commute. You go to bed at midnight, wake up at 7, get ready, go to work, and get home at 6. You have 6 hours left on weeknights. That is yours. Sure, you need some time to cook, eat, take a shit or whatever. Let's just call that 1 hour. 5 hours left. And I haven't even mentioned the weekend. Even if you go to the gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday for an hour each, do you really not have enough time to make more money? If you're good at math, tutor a high school kid. If you have a fuel-efficient car and enjoy driving, do some Uber. If you're good with people, pick up a part-time server or bartender gig. With tips, you can make a very good hourly. Believe me, I was in the industry for 4 years and it was great. The idea is to leverage the free time you have to make more money. This could be the difference between living paycheck to paycheck and having an extra $1,000 a month to build wealth. Now I get it, a 9 to 5 can be draining, especially if it's a 9 to 5 on paper and a 9 to 6:30 in reality. If that's you, you should probably set some boundaries or find a new job, but that's a different conversation. Anyways, my point is that if you care about being the guy who's making bank while everyone else struggles, you gotta just suck it up. That's why they call it a grind, not comfort. You can be comfortable and live with a tiny or zero surplus, which means years from now you'll probably be just as broke as you are now. Or you can embrace some short-term discomfort and grind hard, which over time will build your wealth and give you options. Number 5, Debt triage. Not all debt is equal. A credit card balance with a 30% interest rate is going to be more urgent than a student loan with a 10% interest rate, which is going to be more urgent than a car financed at 3%. Not rocket science, right? Surprisingly, it might as well be rocket science to a lot of people. There's actually people who invest in the stock market while having thousands in credit card debt. This makes zero sense because the interest rate on the credit card is several times the expected rate of return of the stock market. Yet some people think this is a good idea. Paying down the credit card as fast as possible or refinancing that debt should be the top priority. The student loan debt has to go next. The rate on the car loan is low enough to not make it a priority. Once the student loan is paid off, you can build your net worth like an inverted pyramid. Checking account for immediate expenses, an emergency fund for unexpected large expenses, and then investments. I go into more detail about it in this video here. Now you might be thinking, I've built my emergency fund, now I should dump all my money into the car loan, right? Wrong. At 3% a year, the interest is lower than the expected return of the S&P 500. So you're better off mathematically dollar cost averaging into an S&P 500 index fund instead. I have a 3% interest rate on my car, and instead of buying it outright, I took the financing option so I could do exactly that. Number 6, get better friends. I don't mean this as a roast. I'm sure your friends are lovely people who you enjoy spending time with. But ask yourself, are your friends people with goals and values aligned with yours? Are they driven, grab life by the balls, and people you see going places in life? Does hanging out with them inspire you to lock in, get shit done, and ascend? Or are they the typical people who sit around and talk about how everything's cooked without doing something about it? Are they just people you hang out with because you don't want to be alone? Just like how it's comfortable to not move when moving makes financial sense, it's comfortable to stick with your same group of friends even when that doesn't make sense. It's hard to quantify the opportunity cost of not picking your friends carefully, but bad habits, missed promotions, or business opportunities can be thousands of dollars a year and snowball to massive figures over time. I'm a firm believer in you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Recently, the self-improvement podcasts I indoctrinate myself with on my morning walks have caused me to audit the people in my life. The results surprised me. I realized that many people I'd want to become closer friends with are actually people I should keep at arm's length for various reasons. Some are flaky and unreliable, some are untrustworthy, but most are just unambitious, lazy, and not aligned with my goals. Hanging out with them is just going to anchor me to their mediocrity. I feel bad saying this because they're my friends, but this is just me being honest. I can't be close friends with people I don't respect. Other people I hang out with make me feel inspired and more motivated to hit my goals. Those are the types of people I plan to be close friends with. Things are pretty bad right now. No one's debating that except delusional boomers. Rent is unaffordable, groceries are unaffordable, soon breathing's going to be unaffordable. But there's ways to get ahead of the curve that aren't borderline useless cope like cutting out Starbucks. Drop a comment below on how you feel about the economy and what you plan to do about it. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you're feeling stuck, I hope you take action and implement at least one of the actionables. Hit the like and subscribe buttons so you don't miss the videos I got in the pipeline. Thanks for watching, and as always, I hope you 10x your money.